Hey, this is Byron, and I want to talk about going to funerals, hospitals, and graveyards. They can be very depressing. And it's very important for me to let you know because over the last few months I have been doing that. See, when you start to get older, your friends and family and people that you knew, they start to die off. You don't see this when you're young. And I've been going to a lot of funerals because I want to be there for that person. But what I don't do is go and view the body because that can really be devastating. It can consume you. You don't want to do that because for some reason you start to think about things like when when you get sick, you think you're dying and things like that, and that could really depress you. You think you're coming towards the end of your life. So go to funerals is fine, but I recommend try not to go to too many, especially as you get older. And when you go, don't view the body because it can really bring you down. It can really bring you down. I really mean that. And I've been going to hospitals to visit my friends and things like that. A matter of fact, I've been in the hospital and to see all the sick people just laying there on their deathbed and things like that, that can really hurt you and depress you. And you got to be careful when you do that because God wants you to not think about death. He wants you to think about life, and he wants you to think about living righteous. He do not want you to think about death. I buried my father June 25th. God bless his soul. And it hurt me even to walk through a graveyard. It really did. Tell me what you think about that and your opinion on what I'm saying. Because you got to be careful. You do not want to be depressed. The most devastating thing about being depressed is it almost can consume you and almost make you want to kill yourself. I'm serious. That's how deadly depression can be. So you got to be careful. So try not to go to too many hospitals, too many days, or too many funerals, or too many grave sites because it can bring you down. It can really depress you. I really mean that's from my heart. I'm 62 years old. I'm starting to see it right now. As you get, it's amazing. As you get older, you start to see things when you're young you don't even think about. When you're young, you don't think about these things, but as you get older, you see these things and you start to realize what's real out there. And what I have learned in life, I will not take it back for anything. And I have seen that and I know what I'm talking about. Like I said, give me your opinion on this. And like, subscribe, and share this video too because the young people should know about this too. Everybody should. I really believe that. So definitely tell me what you think about that. And matter of fact, I'm going to have my friend get on here and talk about depression and how bad it can be. And here we go.
What is anxious depression? There's anxiety and there's depression, and they're both separate disorders. But what about when you have both? That's what I'm talking about today. I'm Dr. Tracy Marks, a psychiatrist, and I make mental health education videos. This topic is based on a viewer question from Madhu Sudan. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Anxiety and depression often come together, and there's different ways that they can look. Sometimes anxiety spawns depression, where you start off with something like obsessive compulsive disorder, where you have these overwhelming thoughts that you can't get out of your head or rituals that you can't stop doing. Or you may have generalized anxiety disorder, where you're gripped with worry and fear. Some people's anxiety can be so bad that they wake up every morning and throw up. Or you can feel like there's this heavy weight pressing on you all day. And some people feel like their throat is closing all day long. And this is a horrible way to feel, especially when there's not a clear reason to feel anxious. You can start to think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I feel normal? And feeling like this for weeks or months on end can make some people sink into a depression. In this case, you would have two disorders, the original anxiety disorder and then a depression. That's one scenario. Another scenario is when your primary problem is depression, having no joy, feeling hopeless, hardly having the energy to do anything.
What she said made so much sense. You you feel like you're worthless. Depression, a lot of things can bring you down. Like I said, I talked to a funeral director and I talked to some nurses at the hospital. They said it's very hard. It is to see death right in front of your face. that can really get you depressed. So you got to be careful when you go to these hospitals and you go to these funeral homes and grave sites, because they can really bring you down. And once you get depressed, oh my God, once you get depressed, I can't emphasize this enough. It can make you want to commit suicide. That's how bad it can get. I was at the casino the other day and I was watching people lose their money. And I seen the depression in them. Like they would want to like give up on life. Like, why am I doing this? They was crying like, why am I here? I know better than this. So it's really incredible, the feeling of depression. It is. And I can't emphasize that enough right there. And one person said that the doctor gave them pills at the hospital and they're supposed to control your depression. It'll last so long, but that depression will come back. It's a mental thing. It's in your head and it can consume you. So you got to be careful. Like I said, the purpose of this video is to teach people, when you go to a funeral, especially as you get older, you want to be there for that person, of course. But try not to view the body, because that can really bring you down. You're going to take that home with you. And when you go to the hospital, don't look at the other people what's going on, the surroundings around you. Just go there for that one purpose, so you won't be consumed with all the people on their deathbed, and especially with COVID-19 when that came out, all the people was dying and things like that. That can consume you. Things like that. You can't control it, but you got to think. And I'm telling you what to do. And when you go to a grave site to bury somebody, you want to be there for that person, but try not to stay there for a long period of time, because that can consume you. I mean that. You just heard from the lady, the profession. I'm telling you, depression is horrible. And these three things can really, really get you depressed. So please like, subscribe, and share this video, because everybody needs to hear this. Like I said, depression can consume you, but don't let it consume you. Think of beautiful things, because it really can bring you down. And once you start going down, getting depressed, it's hard to come back out of it. Like I said, in conclusion, like, subscribe. You can see it in the background. Like, subscribe, and share my video, because people need to hear this, please. God do not want you thinking about death. God do not want you to be depressed. God wants you to live righteous and live by his rules. That's all you got to remember. Depression, there's a way out. You only could take so many pills, but you have to do joyful things. And like I said, stop visiting the funeral, graveyards, and hospitals so much. You start to do it as you get older, it can really depress you. On that note, I'm Byron. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And please leave me your opinion and comments so I can make some more quality videos to help people in this world. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.